everybody. This week we're going to be working on a Poulan 3400. Other than the grease and grime, this saw aesthetically is in fantastic condition. Mechanically, I'm not so sure what is wrong with it. It doesn't look like it should take much work to get it going, so let's just cut the small chat. Let's open it up and see what we can do to get this thing running again. Let's check under the hood and see what we got. So far, this thing is very clean. The plug doesn't look like it had much use to it. It's the original plug. Looks brand new. Regardless, let's hook up the tester and see if this ignition system still holds up. Let's do a quick spark test. Kill the lights. 3, 2, 1. Sweet. Coil's good. Let's test the plug. Rest it on the block here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, so far so good. So now let's turn our attention to the fuel system. The tank was pretty grimy. As you can see, all the gas evaporated, and that's just leftover two-stroke oil. I'm going to pour a little bit of fresh gas in there and shake it around just to kind of give it a nice clean, and then we'll inspect the fuel lines and the carburetor, see what kind of condition those are in. That sauce kind of heavy. And here we go. I dumped some fresh gas in there and just to see what would happen. You never know. Maybe it doesn't need any work. Alrighty. As you've noticed, the saw will run, but we're experiencing a fuel delivery issue. It seems to bog down and die when you pull the trigger. So, the only other option is to open up this carburetor and take a look to identify the problem. First thing I noticed is the flaps are really gummed up with old dried oil. This definitely would cause the saw to bog down, as these flaps should be able to move freely. A quick bath and some carb cleaner should free those flaps up nicely. I'll also spray some cleaner through the passageways of this carb. That should chase out all the built-up gunk and have this carb running like brand new. Some high-pressure air never hurt anyone either. Now, the cheapskate in me did not want to waste a new carb kit on this saw, as everything else looked pretty good after the carb spray bath. So I'll just put this back together and do a final pressure test. And if everything works out, it'll go back on the saw as good as new. After that, it's time to pull a new fuel line through, as the old one was as brittle as an old cracker. The old fuel filter, on the other hand, will be reused. As I stated before, I am the biggest cheapskate. After that, I'll pour some fresh fuel in there and we'll take this old girl for a test run. Okay, we got the carb back on. Let's see if that fixed the problem, or do I have to toss a new kit in? Awesome! That there is a one-pole start. Clearly, that was the issue, just a gummed-up carb. Still, looks like it's going to need some tuning. The saw's running a little rich, but I'm happy with the results. This is a win. Let's piece this saw back together and get it running for the big reveal. I want to take the time just to say appreciate all the support. I'm going to try and get more videos out there, so stay tuned and enjoy the rest of this video. Have a good one, guys.